Ladies and gentlemen, as we've discussed on the channel in the last week, the July pump that we've been expecting has finally materialized after 230 days of consolidation on Bitcoin, 230 days of not much fun price action, pretty boring stuff. We have seen a breakout right here, and this could be the trigger for the final macro leg of the bull run. We are now in price discovery on Bitcoin, and that comes with many implications. We need to look into what has happened. We need to look into whether this move is legitimate or not. And there's a very big chart I'm looking at to discuss that. It's the USDT dominance chart. And then we'll look at what to expect in the future, considering we are now in price discovery and we don't really have any historical data to do this analysis from. A very, very important video today. We've been waiting for it for 230 days. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. I'll discuss Bitcoin today, a little bit of altcoins, but I'll leave the altcoin market for tomorrow, I believe. Let's get into it. Before we do so, I just want to show you the Bitunix Exchange. Stick around here for 30 seconds. A lot of people ask me what exchange I use as a trader. I use the Bitunix Exchange, and I don't have a contract with them. I haven't signed anything with them. I don't work for them. I advertise them on my own accord. With my referral link down below, you can get a 15% trading fee discount permanently attached to your account, as well as up to 8,000 USDT in rewards just by signing up with my link down below. Why would you sign up? Well, it's global, it's non-KYC, it's never been hacked before, it's got all of the functions and pairs that you would expect for a major exchange. For that reason, I use it. And I implore you to consider using it as well. Sign up with my link to help out the channel, help out yourself. Cheers. This yellow macro range, these two yellow lines, have been the basis of my macro analysis on Bitcoin for literally months and months on end. They go backwards, they're not arbitrary, they're not just made out of thin air like some lines are in some YouTubers' channels. These lines are cyclically relevant. They couldn't be more real if you tried. They come backwards from a 2017 all-time high. From the 2021 all-time highs, they cut right across years of price action, 8 years of price action in the case of the upper line. And you can see they form resistance right here on Bitcoin in December on 2 occasions. They form support right here on Bitcoin throughout November, and they form support on Bitcoin back here in May as well. These are cyclically relevant lines. They mean quite a lot for Bitcoin. And guess what? They've finally been broken to the upside. Excellent price action. That means we are in a macro move on Bitcoin now as we speak. The question is this going to be a real move, or is it going to be a fake out? Are we going to look at the chart in a week and be disappointed because it's rolled back over? Well, I have one metric to validate whether this move is real or not, and it will be confirmed in about 2 days and 20 hours. That metric, that thing I'm looking at, is the USDT dominance chart. Guys, I can't stress the importance of this chart here. No one looks at it. No one on crypto YouTube even opens this chart. They probably don't even know what it is, okay? They look at Bitcoin dominance. They don't look at USDT dominance. This is a chart that measures the strength of Tether, the main stable coin that is used to buy and sell cryptocurrency in this market, against the market itself. It's at 4% right now, which means 4% of the market is Tether. When this chart goes down, that represents cryptocurrency going upwards. Because when people buy crypto, they're selling Tether to buy their crypto. This chart going down is great. It's excellent when this chart goes down. And that's why the support line on this chart, the red diagonal support line in this chart, is red, because it's actually resistance, not support. It's support for USDT, but it's resistance for the crypto market. And you can see that very clearly if you look at 2021. Back here in March 2021 and November 2021, we saw retests of support from this line. What happened in March and November 2021? That's when Bitcoin topped out. This chart and this specific red line on this chart led to the cryptocurrency bull market top on both occasions in 2021. It is very, very major, and we need it to break to the downside. Guess what? It's broken to the downside here on the weekly chart. We have not seen the weekly candle close yet. That's the main thing I'm looking for, because we saw this happen about 2 months ago. We saw a wick below it, but we didn't end up closing below it, and therefore it was a fake out and crypto just went back down. We need to see that weekly candle close. If we see that weekly candle close, we are, in my view, pretty much in the clear, and we will be in a confirmed macro leg, and possibly the last macro leg of the bull run. Because we actually don't have that much time left. Now, obviously, the 4-year cycle can break. We can extend, technically speaking. But so far, every single cycle, every single top, every single bottom has been within the 4-year cycle and valid within the 4-year cycle. And so I'm kind of taking the viewpoint that the trend is your friend until it ends, and assuming for the time being that the top will be in around October, right? And for that reason, we have about 3.5 months left. Now, with 3.5 months left, we don't really have that much time to make multiple macro moves. We can perhaps make this move, consolidate for a bit and make one more, maybe 2 moves at the max, and maybe this is just the last move we see, right? The point is, we don't have that much time left, and that's one of the reasons why I thought this move would come in July, and it's happening in July right now. Another reason why I thought this move would come in July is because of this previously very important weekly chart RSI level. The weekly chart RSI level at 62. It's the origin of the weekly chart RSI price action. It's where the weekly chart RSI started out. And it's been a very important indicator ever since. I mean, if you look at the last 18 months, every time we've broken this red level, we've seen macro moves in the price chart correlating to the break of the red level. We broke it to the upside, downside multiple times. It led to upside and downside moves on the macro multiple times. You can cross-validate this for yourself if you want to. But what we saw was a breakdown from this level just a few weeks ago. And for that reason, I flipped bearish very momentarily there. Not macro bearish, but just short-term bearish. I thought a correction was going to occur, and a correction did occur. But within a week, we saw a bullish engulfing candle. We got right back above it. And from that moment forward, I posted a video on that day. Bitcoin just did something unbelievable, paradigm shift. And from that point forward, I thought the breakout was coming in July. And it's happened, right? Mainly because of this chart. What happened in this chart, if we translate the chart language to English, right? If the chart is trying to speak to us in English, let's just play a game here. What happened was the chart broke down. It was saying, okay, it's time to sell, but no one listened. No one sold. There was no selling pressure that came in, even though all the evidence said it was selling time. No one sold. And then the chart just flipped back to the upside because there was no pressure to keep it down. That is one of the most bullish things you can see, especially in context to how important this line is. So I agree with you guys. When I posted a poll on the YouTube channel 2 days ago, and I asked, is this a real move? And 73% of you said it's a bullish breakout, and only 27% of you said it's a bearish trap. I agree with the people who say it's a bullish breakout. I need, just a very slight bit more consolidation, confirmation, I should say, coming from the USDT dominance chart. But for the most part, I'm on board with it. I think this move is real. It's not just Bitcoin isolated what we've seen. It's charts like the total cryptocurrency market cap flipping its 2021 all-time high in green. You can see it within a bullish descending channel formation and skyrocketing right back to the upside, looking to take new highs. The total 3 cryptocurrency market cap, we'll get into this tomorrow, the altcoin market, swinging down to the bottom of its channel and looking like it's going to move back to the upside. Ethereum breaking resistance, Ethereum BTC breaking above a 4-year-long resistance line on the weekly chart RSI. Again, we'll look at altcoins tomorrow, but great stuff all around the board here. Now, what I actually want to look at is what will happen next, right? This is important. Because although it's great that Bitcoin is broken out, and although it looks like this move is probably real, we'll get the full confirmation soon, the thing is now Bitcoin is in price discovery. What does that mean? Well, it means Bitcoin's never been this high before. And so it's discovering new territory. And usually when it comes to technical analysis, what we do is we take data from the historical price action and we extrapolate that data forward. So when we're identifying what a support zone is, we'll look at where that support zone has been historically, and we'll be able to say, oh, okay, that level is going to be important now. The problem is we don't have any historical data above 112,000. We've never been this high before. And so short-term analysis at this point is kind of useless until we get that data and until we actually make the price action and be here for long enough for it to come into existence. Right now, I could look at the hourly chart. It wouldn't show you anything because there's nothing here. We've never been this high before. What we have to focus on now is very long-term structures, which perhaps give us insight about higher prices than we've been before. That's why I want to show you this chart right here. It's a logarithmic regression channel based on angles, okay? Now, this is a chart that I have used historically to, basically make observations about how Bitcoin could top out at about 130,000. Let's just explain the chart first before I even get into that, because that's not even really what I'm talking about today, right? I'm using it in a different context today. But this chart essentially is angle-based from top to top and from bottom to bottom in Bitcoin bear markets and bull markets historically. The angle of ascension has basically halved each time, enabling us to draw this channel, okay? You can see those angles there halving each time, goes from 30 to 15 to 7.5, goes from 28 to 14 to 6.5 or whatever, right? And that's very important and it's very relevant because it means we can extrapolate that data forward. We can assume that the angle will halve again this time, and we can see where the bounds of this channel will be in this cycle and the next cycle, for example. And right now, the top of this channel is currently sitting at about 120,000, meaning there is resistance at 120,000. And we know that just by looking at this channel without even having short-term analysis to do. So there's going to be some sort of resistance at 120. It's not this channel that says that as well. It's not just this channel. It's this channel here. It's the logarithmic power law chart on Bitcoin, which historically has predicted Bitcoin tops and bottoms very well. But the green line, the center line of this power law chart, also shows resistance at 120,000. And that green line has been, as you can see, very important since March last year. It's predicted tops in March last year, predicted tops in November this year, or last year, I should say, as well, right? 120,000 is looking to be the next major resistance level on Bitcoin. And so perhaps Bitcoin will have some resistance being faced just a few $1,000s away. And, no doubt a lot of people will look at that resistance. They'll look at that retest that's coming and they'll think, where is that coming from? It seems to be arbitrary, but we'll know because we've seen these charts that most people don't look at. So overall, to conclude, and I want to mention again, tomorrow I will look at Ethereum. I'll look at altcoins. I am very bullish on altcoins. I think altcoins have a bright couple of months ahead at least. But again, I just don't want to jump the gun here. I want to get this full confirmation. I want to get this USDT dominance chart breaking down fully on the weekly chart. I don't want to be in a situation where we open the charts tomorrow and we're back down 112,000 wondering what the hell happened. I'm not going to lie to you. This is not 100% confirmed yet. It is looking good, but it's not 100% confirmed yet. So do with that information what you will. Some people are going to use that information. They're going to buy with stop losses. Some people are going to use that information. They're going to wait a little bit longer, right? There's no wrong answer here or right answer here. It depends on your personal risk tolerance. But what I can say is that we are in price discovery. We've done some good things. We're moving in the right direction. We have some resistance, which you can't see immediately on the short-term charts, at about 120,000. That could be the next local stop for Bitcoin. Let's see what happens. We'll look at Ethereum tomorrow, and of course, we'll discuss the short-term price action if there are any new developments. Guys, thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Please check out the Bitunix Exchange. A lot of people ask me what exchange I use as a trader. I use the Bitunix Exchange, and I don't have a contract with them. I haven't signed anything with them. I don't work for them. I advertise them on my own accord. With my referral link down below, you can get a 15% trading fee discount permanently attached to your account, as well as up to 8,000 USDT in rewards just by signing up with my link down below. Why would you sign up? Well, it's global. It's non-KYC. It's never been hacked before. It's got all of the functions and pairs that you would expect for a major exchange. For that reason, I use it. And I implore you to consider using it as well. Sign up with my link to help out the channel, help out yourself. Cheers.